Sue, we started tracking and reporting the increase in heroin deaths about 3 years ago, and it is not letting up. But there is something that is making a dent in the problem, starting to decrease some of the deaths. All ambulances in the state of Michigan and more fire trucks now are carrying a drug known as Narcan that can reverse the effect of a heroin overdose if given quickly. It was that drug and the incredible focus and teamwork of a husband and wife that saved a man's life last weekend. The husband, Kent County Sheriff's Deputy Patrick Stewart, and his wife, Amanda, a paramedic, were married just 4 months ago. It was early Saturday morning that Deputy Stewart stopped at the Cutlerville fire station to take a break when someone started banging on the door trying to get help for a friend who had overdosed on heroin and wasn't breathing. Stewart pulled the man out of the car and started doing chest compressions.
Obviously, it's a stressful situation, but through the training at the Sheriff's Department and things like that, you stay calm. When the ambulance did arrive on scene, there ended up being 2 trucks. However, the first truck, at first I didn't see who got out of it, and you're doing what you're doing, giving chest compressions, things like that. And then I saw her walking over out of the corner of my eye, and I saw the look in her face, and I knew this man was in good hands.
Amanda Stewart took over from there, giving the man Narcan, saving his life. Under Sheriff Michelle Young says there were actually 6 heroin overdose calls that came in a span of 24 hours on that Saturday. None of those heroin overdoses turned out to be fatal, but that is often not the case these days because heroin users often don't know the purity of the dose.
It's really difficult for us to target the right population to educate about it because it's so diverse. There's teenagers and young 20s and 30s and 40s, your aunts, your uncles, your grandma and grandpas. It really is a very pervasive problem in our community.
19 people died from heroin overdoses in Kent County last year. That's more than double the number of deaths from just 5 years earlier. The Sheriff's Department decided to tell the story of that life-saving rescue, not just to celebrate the good work of those 2, the deputy and his new wife, the paramedic, but also to increase awareness of this growing heroin problem in our community. At the live desk, Susan Samples, 24 Hour News 8.
Right, those numbers are certainly disturbing. Susan, thank you for that live report.